Put this question into Google. Can I get a virus just viewing a website? You go to a website, you don't want any viruses, you don't want any malware, but you want to know, can I get it by just looking, visiting a site? The answer is yes. It's entirely possible to get infected by simply visiting a website. Well, it's very difficult to avoid getting infected malware by just visiting a website. You want to get some information and it directs you to a website. How do you know that you're not going to get infected by just looking at that website? It's a difficult problem. Nobody wants to get their computers messed up with infections. So this is what I recommend you do. 90% of the time, you are looking for information that will help you. For instance, how do I install a new plumbing fixture? Or how do I stop my toilet from running? Basic things you want to know. So you go to Google and you type in something like, how do I stop my toilet from running? And then they recommend websites for you. Then you click on the website to help you. And then you get an infection. You get malware just by clicking on the website. Google does not stop you from going to a website with malware. It just directs you to a website. What you should do to avoid picking up malware and infections by visiting websites is, you have a question, first look it up on YouTube. Make YouTube your first source of information. Whatever you're asking, try it out on YouTube first, because you will not get an infection, you will not get malware going to YouTube. And 90% of the time, YouTube can answer your question. So therefore, you got your question answered without getting an infection from visiting a website. 90% of the time, you can get your answer on YouTube. And then the other 10% of the time, you just got to take a chance. But at least you've eliminated 90% of the time of getting malware or a virus by just visiting a website.